Hey there, so let's take an example from the chatbot system. So how the chatbot system works, that's something that I want to give you an example, and then how I have developed around the chatbot framework. So there are several use cases, and one of the prominent use case I always see is like, when a customer comes on a website, or maybe like on a platform where the organization has exposed of to, where the customer can come in and ask for the support or and help, whereas it is likely that the customer probably have the some of the tactical or most common the questions which can be achieved through the FAQs are the most, I would see it as the one of the solution that the over the period of the time they have come up with on a question and the answer basis, whereas it is likely there are most common questions where the users keep on asking, or a customer keeps on asking. So to prevent the such, and then to reduce the number of the in traffic to the support team, it is likely that the customer can identify those the pretty common questions answers which can be answered by a bot. So the demand for the bot has increased since then, and hence it is the need of the bot itself is likely will help to the organization as well as to the customer to answer those the basic questions. So for this, actually my idea of coming up with a bot system is obviously based on the different scenarios. So one of the scenarios that we are considering is like the customer pops in and it has got some of the questions and answers, and one of the other way we would like to authenticate the user is obviously using the some identifiers. So one of the identifier, I would see it as a customer ID or slash a member ID, whatever the taxonomy the organization uses, and the other could be like using the 2FA mechanism, which is like sends an SMS or a unique code to the customer's registered mobile in case of a telecom business, as an example, whereas there are other mechanisms as well which can be provided as a second. So the alternatively we can see that as an example, I'll use the member IDs and terminal ID as a sort of a combination of identifiers. So one is the, obviously, take an example, user pops in, there would be a message saying that welcome so and so, but it's more like an introduction back to the customer. Obviously when you greet, when you meet for the first time, you always greet. So similarly the bot will also greet back to the member ID, to the member will punch in the its identifier, and the other way of identifying the same member, making it sure that we are going to provide the respective services to that member based on the whatever the various factors are, subscription, maybe like specific to specific transactions related to the specific factor or a group. So for now I'm using as a terminal ID. So over here is 67890. I'm using it as. Is your selection member ID is terminal ID correct? Yes, it is. So type it as yes, and then yes, here you go. So you guess it says that welcome Jag, what brought you here? So we have the like different options available. So user can punch in the various ways to do the to perform the selection. So this is some of the common queries that we have seen it as, but for now what we can do is we can go back and then use the different ID or different member pops in. So here's a new customer which pops in, and the member ID is something like this, and the terminal ID is this, which confirms whether or not the member ID or terminal ID selection correct or not. If it says yes, go ahead and it says welcome Sam. So this is the overall idea where the bot is connecting to the our main data store through the various mechanisms. Obviously it provides uh, uh, it makes sure that it comes with security, it comes with the all the scalability features where the number of the customers may at peak may grow from like 100 to 200 or maybe more, and we should reduce the number of the we should reduce the number of the transactions back to the data stores. So there are ways to come up with the various mechanisms, but having said that, actually we have seen that the basic feature sets of the chatbot, which can be grow from which can factorize from use case to use case. One of the common use cases would be retail. One of the common cases would be providing help and support back to the customer.